weather. Of course, we're not far from the sea, and in Riga, well, that was basically, you could smell the seas, even though it's only the Baltic. It's a port, so Lithuania also has a port called Klaipėda, or Klaipėda. I think I managed to get a little bit of additional speed that's not really called for. Let's get that down again. It says here 90 on the GPS, but it said 50 on the thing, so I'll prefer what the signal says, the sign says. And an 8-year-old map. I'd say that this Ramigala place is rather older than 8 years, but never mind. It's an interesting new build anyway. It's a very
Sie überschreiten die Geschwindigkeitsbeschränkung.
If you saw that strange looking structure on the right, what that was for, I just don't know. It looked like somebody had put a silo next to his house. An old style one. It's one way to invest, I suppose. Truskava. I wonder if that's got anything to do with strawberries in Lithuanian language. Truskawka is the Polish word for strawberry. It doesn't seem to link into any of the other Slavic terms for a strawberry that I know of. You've got klubnik in Russian. It sounds like it's a member of a club containing the raspberry and the blackberry, you might say. But that's not really what it comes from. The word klub is, I suppose, like klom, like a flower bed, and something that you like, a bedding plant, like something you put in a bed. And in Czech, the word is jahoda. So jahoda means berry. In most Slavonic languages, jagody in Russian or jagody. Jagody in Russian it means a berry. Okay, jahoda or jahoda in Czech means a strawberry, and jagoda in Polish means a bilberry. So, which gives us an interesting joke involving Helmut Kohl, Lech Wałęsa and Lech Wałęsa's wife at a state function, where Chancellor Kohl eats the Polish food at the reception meal, and he says, "Ja, gut," yes, good, yeah, and and Lech Wałęsa thinks he's asking for jagody, yeah, for bilberries, and he thinks, well, where am I going to find bilberries? Because it's the genitive plural of it, jagod. He's going to think, where am I going to find bilberries in the middle of winter? So he hunts around all over Warsaw, who's got some bilberries, and there's some in this really posh restaurant. He said, well, it doesn't matter, bring them over, you know, even if they're frozen, we'll warm them up. But there's only a portion, the only portion is big enough just for Chancellor Kohl, so he just gets given a dish of bilberries with cream, which isn't served to anybody else because there wasn't enough, it's the middle of winter. And he eats the bilberries, enjoys it, sees that he's been given a special distinction. So he looks at Lech Wałęsa and he says, Danke. And because that's also the diminutive of Danuta, the name of his wife, he says, oh, no way. I may have given you the bilberries, but you're not having me wife. That's a Polish joke. I'm explaining it rather than telling it, but because you can't really do. Anyway, the word, yeah, so it's one word, it's in Slavonic and it means different things. all the time to different people, depending on whereabouts in the Slavonic space you come from. What to one person is a generic berry is to another a strawberry or a bilberry. There's no real physical similarity between a strawberry and a bilberry. A bilberry is a more typical true berry, whereas strawberry is called a berry, but it's not really a berry, is it? It doesn't have the seeds in the middle. It's got them almost on the outside. Well, any small sweet fruit is basically called a berry, basically. And cranberries, I expect you all know where cranberries get their names from, where the name cranberry comes from. It is, of course, from crane and berry. So, and the word in Russian is klukva, but in Poland it's żurawina, and żuraw, or żurawl in Russian, is a crane. So again, it's the berries which are favoured by the crane. If you've ever picked cranberries, you'll know quite clearly why that is. Basically, they grow on marshes, and if you've got feet like a crane's feet, then you can hop about over a marsh and pick these berries without sinking in. But for most of us, you have to wear quite long waders to go after the old cranberries, because where you find the most of them, you're likely to find that the next step you take afterwards is going to have you up to your neck in muck and water. So if you know marshy forest land, then it's somewhere you'd want to go where when you have either a good stick to prod around in front of you and the possibility of, like putting on waders so you can get yourself a bit wet, or simply somebody with you that knows where to tread, who knows the thing. Anyway, Truskava is what led me down that direction. That's what this place is called. Havermio must presumably be a memorial or something. Yes, a memorial on the left side. Next one is the Lanchunaba, Kaunas to 69 from here.
Überschreiten die Geschwindigkeitsbeschränkung.